Welcome everybody to the Unprofessional Podcast, episode number 4. I am joined today by my co-hosts Connor and Blake.
Hello.
Stretching.
Big stretch.
Big stretch.
Ooh, water.
Water. Sponsored by water, by the way.
Sponsored by H2O.
Refreshing.
Refreshing. I don't really have any. Again, as usual, we're unprofessional. I don't have anything planned for this podcast.
Okay, sir.
The only two things I myself wanted to really kind of talk about was just me moving, and then obviously the coronavirus outbreak and all that shit.
Yeah, it's an overrated big deal.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's overrated.
It's kind of a joke.
I mean, I get the fear behind it. It makes sense. I mean, and plus with everybody talking about it, it just kind of raises your anxiety a bit more about it. But
I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to do everything I'm not supposed to do. Let me just pick my nose and not wash my hands.
Don't do that, please.
I wash my hands.
I mean, fun fact: people think it's an airborne illness. It is not.
It's not
airborne.
It's only by touch, right? Yeah.
It's by close contact of any.
Oh, so it's like HIV, you know?
Pretty much like.
So basically, if it's not like none of us are getting really any action these days. So as long as we don't for the next couple months, I think we're pretty good.
But,
sorry to call us all out like that, but
it's okay.
I'm sorry, but
I mean, it's facts.
We're living.
You're right.
Bro, my life is literally just video games and streaming.
But yeah, back to the coronavirus. It is getting out of hand really fast.
Look at Italy, bro.
Italy,
the U.S. is still relatively low, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's getting big because right now the MLB is now pushing back their opening date.
I know NBA closed all season.
NBA, well, not close. It's suspended for further notice.
Football's going right now, too.
Football, the draft might not happen.
Mizzou's shut down, too.
Kansas is shut down for the month. The NCAA tournament, so March Madness, is going to have no fans and possibly be also,
suspended.
Suspended. And just to think about this, the last time the NBA closed or had to shorten their season was only 2 other times. Back in 1988 and 2011. In 1988, they only played 66 games, and in 2011 they only played 50 games, and that's because of a lockout. This is the 3rd time they've only done that out of the 80 plus years that they've been a thing.
You know what's also shocking is that the stock market is in a fat fucking crash because of the coronavirus. Almost all business through China and Italy.
It went down. And it's not looking good.
It's straight down.
And then also,
this shit's literally fucking up the world, bro.
Also, one of the best human beings ever had the coronavirus. Tom Hanks.
Remember who he is again? I forget.
I
passed
away. That pirate movie where look at me. I am the captain.
I am the captain now. Captain Phillips, you idiot. Not a pirate movie.
Well,
I mean, it's with pirates, but it's not a pirate movie.
Well, it's a
Forrest Gump.
Yes, Forrest Gump's a good one.
Lieutenant Dan.
Oh my, Lieutenant Dan.
I never saw them, dude.
Jenny.
Okay.
But what's sad about Tom Hanks is that he is.
Hello, Neighbor.
Oh, that's a good one. Isn't that? When did that come out? Last year?
Yeah.
I really need to see that.
Wait, Tom Hanks has the coronavirus?
Yeah, he came out yesterday.
Damn.
It's guys, I'm currently dying.
Tom Hanks.
But sad is that he's 63, so
he gonna die.
He might die.
That's unfortunate.
And that's his wife, who also has the coronavirus.
Damn,
I wonder why.
the wife too.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why.
Well, I wonder why. Yeah.
They still smacking.
To be fair, I feel like he has a good
chance
of living.
He's very athletic.
Because he's in shape. He's an actor.
That's like saying Sylvester Stallone will get it, and
Sylvester Stallone beat the fuck out of it. He'd be like, you in my goddamn body? I'm about to go Rocky a 5 on your ass.
Rocky 5 was the worst movie, though.
I mean, 5.
That was the worst movie.
They made another Rambo.
I know, I saw. It looked dumb,
good.
But it looked good. I'm kind of you're kind of milking this.
I feel like they did it wrong. The first one should have been the last one, and the third one should have been the first one.
Yes.
I don't remember the movies off the top of my head. I've seen them all. I don't remember them though.
The third one, he's in Vietnam. How the first one was supposed to how he came home from Vietnam. The third one happened in Vietnam. And then the second one was in the desert after Vietnam. And then the first one was when he came home from the desert in Vietnam.
So
the first one basically what the second and third
basically, this to me, this sounds like the Kingdom Hearts or Legend of Zelda storyline.
Yeah, just kind of jumps.
Everything is a different
like,
place, dude.
the second and third one should be swapped, and the first one should be the third
Well,
one.
Zelda's a little bit different.
Zelda's a little bit different because that has 3 separate storylines.
That is
Yeah.
3 different
But
storylines.
if you go to like Kingdom Hearts, dude, like that,
There's so much shit in Kingdom Hearts, you can't keep up.
you can't.
You're just kind of like you play the game, you think you beat the boss, but you're like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Like my friend told me a shit ton about the story, and I'm kind of there like, yes.
I
understand.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
So before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, I went through and I watched a review of like all the games, like the storyline and all that, just to see where the fuck everything was. That review was like 45 minutes long.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they probably could have made it longer.
Oh no, 100%. They definitely could have made it longer, but they're just trying to cut it down to the important shit.
I just like how the fact that it's in Disney. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that I find amazing.
Yeah.
Is that Mickey, Donald,
Just
Goofy.
Donald Duck is starting to slay some bitches over here, and he's just and then kill something.
That's pretty good. Damn. I also like how Goofy just has a shield, just a straight up shield.
Goofy just
bro.
stands there.
His
That's
fucking
also
nose is
Duck.
a shield. Kidding
I
me?
mean,
That's his sword, dude. He just pokes that nose right out. He's just like, he just charges with his
I
nose.
mean,
He's a rhino.
facts. Oh, I just saw something in my group chat that I have to bring up.
What?
I should have brought my crackhead energy. Later.
Apparently,
You're killing that lighter, by the way. It's like running out of fluid.
I don't know what you're
I don't
talking
think-
about. It's lit up every time I've lit it up,
Except once.
except for one. 9 out of 10 times is still a 90%.
but fun fact: as of right now, they're not shipping bottled water to places for the coronavirus.
That sucks.
Good thing a lot of bottled water is
I
made in
mean,
the US.
what I've heard about the coronavirus though is like it hates heat. So no matter like if it's like above like 30 degrees, you're fine.
Oh yeah, no, the fact that it's spring, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's summertime,
Yeah.
springtime.
I was gonna say it's
But-
not summer yet.
But by the time,
I mean, weather is getting warmer as it is now. It's like 60 today,
yeah.
something like that.
To be exact, it is.
Bitch fun.
That is the lake. 54.
Okay, well, it's nearly 60.
It's gonna rain for like 2 hours and then stop
When?
at 7,
What the,
Yo, I'm
what's
down
the
for that, though.
30, and then 50.
Yeah. Nah, I've been sleeping with my window open a lot lately.
It's
God,
nice.
It's nice.
It's nice. I will agree.
And I got new pillows.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the
they're
best.
crisp.
I feel
But they're like squishy crisp.
Squish?
Squishy
Squish? It's
Squishy
Quisp?
crisp. But it's nice. It's good.
I feel.
We eating good. I also got my haircut
I
today.
know.
I didn't even notice, to be honest.
I
Fuck
thought
you.
I noticed your hair was shorter.
No, the lady, she was super nice. But like, I usually get the same thing, which is like a 00 on the sides and like just trim up the top. She forgot completely about the top of my head. She literally just went with the 00 and she's like, "So we're done." And I was like,
What about?
What about the top? But I didn't say that. I was just like, okay. So I literally just walked out with half a haircut.
And paid for a full one.
No,
No,
$16.
that's not that bad.
That's pretty cheap, yeah.
yeah.
At Sports Clips, it is cheap.
That's definitely cheap at Sports Clips.
So I was like, because like, the lady was like, asking me, she was like, "Oh, what are you doing this week?" And I was like, "Just training with the 106th Cab Scout unit." And she was like, and there was like so many other people, and I just did not want to feel like talking about that. And I was just like, she was like, "Oh, you're in the military," and I was like, "Yeah."
Not that
Yeah.
I want to be. I'm kidding.
And then like she was like, "Thank you for your service." I was like, "I haven't done anything."
I'm just training.
It's like, don't thank me yet.
Yeah, like save it for like
Like
2
when I
years.
actually do something.
My favorite thing is that anytime Connor gets told that, he's like, "Thanks," and
I'm
he
just
comes-
like, thanks.
I didn't do
I
anything.
haven't done shit. Like, I feel like that's like the best way to respond, because it's like, I haven't. Like, anybody that's like still in the States, that's like in the service, that hasn't really done anything except for stayed in the States, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so cool," and they're like, "Thank you for your service." Thank you, citizen. I'm just like, you haven't done anything. What the fuck have you done? I know exactly what you've done. You've taken a bath with Fabuloso in a trash bin down at the fucking barracks, you piece of shit. Fuck you. And that's what I think.
Damn. little aggression there.
He's just passionate.
I'm passionate about not being thankful for my service.
Kind of like, I will earn it.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. You earn
yeah.
that shit. Because if like if you're
earning shit is the best kind of way to earn something.
That's when you get to boost your egos, when you actually have done something. Put up or shut up. My dad says that a lot.
I love that saying.
He says put up or shut up all the fucking time. So he's like, either you put up,
It's a good
or
saying.
you shut the fuck up.
It's a good saying.
I haven't told him I dropped my classes yet.
Still?
I dropped them yesterday though.
Good, because I literally...
So what are you gonna do when he just
I
you're
don't
just
say you
staying
have a
Oh,
home?
I'm gonna tell him sometime. I just need to make sure I got somewhere to stay just in case he kicks me out.
I mean, I got you, homie.
Thanks, Blake.
I mean, I would, but
I could sleep on the floor. Dude, I'm in the fucking military. You don't think I could sleep anywhere? Just choose not to.
Speaking of the military, I saw 1917
Oh yeah.
2 days ago.
Was it good?
It was good. It
I haven't
was really
seen it.
fucking good.
For a one shot in film, I hear like it was.
It's so good. There's like maybe 2 cuts in it, and it's like you said, one shot. It just follows the guys the entire time, but it's done so well because it still shows the area, and like obviously it's not always on the people, the main 2 guys.
that's a lot of stress as an actor, doing one shot, one take.
Yeah, because like you fuck up once, the whole place is fucked. Like you
imagine fucking up at like the very like last line, dude.
Which is
You basically literally have to rebuild from scratch.
Yeah.
Which obviously I'm not gonna spoil anything, but at the end of the movie, the dude has to run across a field while his guys are pushing out of the trench.
Oh, I've seen that in one of the trailers.
Yeah, so they're pushing
That
out
had
and
to be
he's
so
running
hard.
vertically.
Yeah, and they're running horizontally.
Yes. So they are running that way while he's running like towards the camera. And like it is done so well. And I was just sitting there and I was like,
That's like hard timing.
I was gonna say, just imagine fucking that up.
Yeah.
You run into somebody, you're just like, oh, fuck.
Because like that is a lot of people. Like obviously a lot of them are probably like CGI and like all that shit.
Yeah.
But they still have a lot of actual
Like
people
it's probably
climbing,
it's like
going.
50 to like 75 real people, and then like add on like 50, 75.
I mean that's how like fucking Lord of the Rings was done, dude.
Yeah.
Like
That's exactly.
the second movie Lord of the Rings, those 10,000 orcs, bro. There's probably like 10 of them.
Yeah,
the rest are
there's
just CGI.
the first 10 are just standing there, and it's like,
Where's their army?
Yeah.
and then just like 5 minutes later, just like everybody's there. They're like,
How did?
they're just like standing there like, they weren't there 5 seconds ago. No, where'd they come from?
So it's.
So much copy and paste, just like.
But it's definitely a good movie. I highly recommend it.
I want to watch it. I haven't seen it though.
I need to see Parasite still because I want to see why that beat 1970 for best movie of the year.
Isn't Parasite like in like Asia?
It's a Korean film, so yeah, it's in Korea. I think.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, I think it's South Korea.
They predicted it.
But
Well, no, I mean, I don't know how fucked. Korea
I actually don't know
is.
anything about the.
Yeah, the virus in Korea. I don't know how fucked it is.
And I also don't know anything about the movie, so. But
Oh, there's it's an actual virus in Korea. The movie's based off of.
no,
Oh,
it's not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about it.
Where were
But
we
the
going
f-
with this?
I don't know.
I was trying to talk about. I want to see
I don't know.
Parasite to
Yeah.
compare and see why it won.
You
But
said
the-
Parasite. I instantly thought of the anime Parasite. so
Yeah.
Which it's kind of fucking weird. Parasite. It must be an amazing movie because technically it won the best 2 things you can for being a foreign film. It won best foreign film and best movie of the year.
Yeah.
You know how fucking difficult that is for a foreign film to win?
Yeah.
Since you gotta
Is
go
it
up
just
against
me?
Hollywood.
Isn't it just me, or is it like in the U.S. every movie that comes out is the #1 movie in the U.S. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like
The
how many
#1 movie in
how
the-
many spots are #1?
Um,
Like
A lot.
how many pedestals are at?
they make a new category every year.
Yeah, they're just like how many pedestals have just one? Like there's just one.
Yeah. it's really like the first movie to come out of the year only makes like $1 million. The #1 movie in the world, and it just keeps growing and growing
Yeah.
and growing and growing.
Yeah.
But like only $1 million, so that's why it's like.
You're just
#1.
like,
Is it really #1? Because like I watched it, it wasn't that good.
it shouldn't be 1. It should probably be like 100.
Yeah.
yeah.
But fuck, what was I gonna say? Last night I was just like scrolling through YouTube, and then it like auto played this weird fucking anime.
Which one?
It was like called like Blood something C. It was super fucking
No
gory.
idea.
It was fucked up. It was so messed up. Like I watched.
There's some really fucked up animes.
Like I watched for 5 minutes, and 8 people were ripped apart by a gigantic rock, like rabbit, with like hands. And then like 5 minutes later, there's like these white rabbits that stuff people in bags, and then like their hands turn into blenders.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Together. I haven't seen the anime, but I know what you're talking about. I have seen it before. Yeah,
fucking
there's some gory ass animes, dude.
Like I couldn't fall asleep for like half an hour. I was like, what the fuck is this?
There's some like gory ass animes, and then there's some animes that just make you uncomfortable. Like there was an anime that came out last year called Domestic Girlfriend. It's a fucked anime. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it.
See, my second
Netlock was watching it, and
I'm gonna Google it on
my
public, so hopefully nothing nude comes up.
My second or third anime that I ever watched was fucked up.
What?
It was School Days.
School.
I watched that shit from beginning to end. I was like, oh, this is
weird.
This is all right.
Yeah.
And then the last episode hit, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, School Days is fucked.
What's School Days? God damn it, I gotta Google that.
School Days is...
It's a fucked anime.
Yeah, it is. The ending is like...
like, through the whole thing, it was a little uneasy, but then the end hit, and you're like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
This is fucked up. What the fuck?
I mean, you're not gonna watch it, but she...
What?
Sorry, right now they're just Googling what School Days is.
Fuck?
Kiss him.
She's messed up, man.
And then cuts off her head. And on a boat, just kind of holds it.
That yo, she a psycho.
Yeah.
Wait,
Jules?
I don't remember what damn.
Call her out.
I don't remember what...
I'm
cut. Speaking of exes, funny enough, the other day, my first ex, I think you guys know. Oh, you know what? I'll go with her nickname because it's fucking stupid. Taurus. Yep. She changed her name to Taurus, but then she changed it back because she didn't like it.
But why would you change it?
Because that's her sign. We have the same birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but anyways, out of nowhere, she like I posted on Instagram after like 6 months. It was my most recent post. It was the video of me at Dairy Queen dancing.
Oh yeah.
And it was Blake. He was like, when was this? It was like a while ago. And then she was like, Connie, you're looking thick. And I was like, damn right, I've always been thick. What you talking about? Looking thick. And she was like, true. And then all of a sudden, she just randomly DM'd me. And she was like, give me your snap. And I'm like,
no.
And she was like, it's okay, I already found you. And I was like, what? I was like, how? You know it's spelled wrong, right? It's like, right? And she was like, oh yeah, don't worry, I spelled it right. And I was like, uh-oh.
Did she?
She added me on Snapchat.
Did you block her?
I just didn't add her back.
I mean, you can do that too.
And then like all of a sudden, like she kept. Then I found out, luckily, she still is dating the guy, or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. It starts with an L. Lewis. I don't know. Lois. Now that I know she's still dating the dude, I feel a little bit more comfortable about the fact that she won't try to do anything. Because it's like, I don't want another egg on my chest. Right? I'm just not.
That's so weird.
I'm just not for that. So, just not for it. Not for it.
I haven't talked to any of my exes in like months.
Don't you only have one?
No, there's more.
What?
Don't look at me.
You knew this?
Don't look at me.
You didn't know this?
Don't look at me.
Did you know this?
I may have known this.
You son of a bitch! How many?
An amount.
I don't know the amount.
Any amount? What's the amount?
I just more than one. I just know.
Cut the podcast. We need to know.
Okay.
Segue. So after that weird jump cut of to whatever the fuck this is now, I'm gonna go right into the fact that I'm going to be moving out of this current house soon. So we're gonna have a new podcast set. I don't know if we'll have a face cam or not, but
hopefully it'll
be. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. He was like, yeah, it's fucking fun. I was like, I'm so sorry. Come here, bud.
It's okay, buddy.
The most contact he's had in a long time.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
He's not gonna go now.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
You are
sitting down.
I need to go to bed.
Oh my goodness.
Bed's right there. Like,
What? Segue to your new house, new setup.
Oh, y'all can't see this on. If only there was a face cam.
But it's not.
Bro, it feels about right if you stretch it out.
ow.
Damn, this is like a nuts popper. If you get a good whiff.
Jesus. Okay. Let me see it. Don't laugh. Okay,
Yeah.
segue.
Moving.
What was that? Oh yeah, segue.
I said segue moving. You're like, where were we?
So, is your room gonna be bigger?
Yeah, it's gonna be bigger. I think it's gonna be about the size of the living room. So yeah,
Damn.
I think it might be a little bit smaller, but it's a roughly that size. I think.
Damn.
Jesse's gonna be like, you're not gonna be able to sleep. You're gonna be like, there's too much space.
No, I'm gonna be appreciative of more space, dude.
Jesse's literally just be like,
Space.
That means more posters.
Yeah,
fuck.
I need more
It
posters.
means we're going back to the
Oh
mall.
wait.
No, those G Fuel, they're not going. They're staying on the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Fuck
to paint
those.
over them, dude.
We're gonna have to bring like a chipper or something.
Yeah. Anyways, though, segue. So, let me start over. I don't know where I was at, but yeah. So I am moving out of my current house for a lot of bullshit reasons that I'm not gonna get into, just for personal shit. Did you not know about that?
No, I'm just,
No, continue.
we're just having fun over here.
We're listening.
We're just
Right.
having fun.
Right. But I don't know. I'm just excited to have a new background. Honestly, I'm excited to just have a different change of pace.
Yeah, weren't we talking about what your background could be?
Slightly, but I didn't really get into detail with it.
I didn't like that. It's like flicking a puffy nipple. I like that. Just trying to get it erect. You're just like, come on.
Wait. Let me see it. So when I first got it, I saw that and I'm like, the fuck is that? A nipple?
It's erect. Does it got a piercing? Do you know the thing? When you have pierced nipples, it's constantly erect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's constant pressure on it.
I never knew that. My friend Cass, she's very open about stuff, but she's like gay, and I love Cass. She's my favorite, but she's bisexual. But she was like, yeah, I got my nipples pierced today, and I was like, oh really? And she was like, yeah, and I was like, is it true that they're constantly erect? She's like, I am rock hard. I was like, damn, okay, Cass, go.
That's a yes.
I was like, okay, damn. And like apparently they hurt a lot, but I think she's like they finally healed.
I wonder why that hurt.
I like that poster.
Yeah, I'm obviously bringing it with you. Oh yeah, also, so about the new house, I found out like the house is like the model of the house is called like a Lustron house, and it was made like a Lustron house.
A
A
what?
restaurant or a lustrum?
Lustron.
Okay.
Lustron?
And they were made in like the 1960s during the whole like Cold War and all that, like during the Red Scare basically. And obviously that was when us in Russia were like high pressure shit and like nuclear war type shit. The houses themselves are made out of like solid steel that are made to last for life. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Lustron
Yeah.
house.
yeah.
Lustron.
So they're made out of like solid steel, and like so anything I need to hang up is all magnets now.
So you can't even like into the
No,
wall.
like it has to be all magnets.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you try to put a pin in it. You're just like, you just like, oh, it broke.
Yeah.
Is it a one story or is it two?
That's one.
Oh,
Oh, so
Fun
it's like a
fact.
ranch style house.
fun fact that it's only really in Chicago. Well, Chicago.
You know, itself had like
Made it.
37. I think there's only like 6 or 7 remaining now.
Look how big it is. That's what she said.
So I'm gonna take this away from Connor. So what Connor's playing with is a squishy fucking.
I bought it for you.
I know. It's a squishy
Was it for
fucking
Christmas
sloth
or your
thing.
birthday?
Christmas. It's fucking squishy sloth stress ball thing, and I'm taking noise to keep playing with it.
I also bought you that sweatshirt.
What?
Remember the sweatshirt?
Yeah, I still have it. It's in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's in there.
It's more of a summer sweatshirt, anyways. It's like a thinner fabric.
Yeah.
Side note, back to what I said. March Madness is canceled.
Damn. Actually, speaking of...
Oh, E3 got canceled.
Oh, okay.
NCAA tournaments for D1 schools are now canceled over coronavirus.
Yeah.
Speaking of... You were spoken, like, during, like, the Cold War and stuff. I remember like, there's all these, like, movies of how, like, how the U.S. could be invaded, and I was like, it's a lie. There are more guns in this country than people.
Yeah.
And as a famous Japanese admiral during World War II stated, he was like, yeah, nobody could ever touch the United States. Every blade of grass had 2 people behind it with a gun.
Yeah.
If you wanted to fuck with the U.S., you're going to die. And I was just like, America.
The only time that would happen, the only time that we've been vulnerable enough to be invaded was
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Revolutionary War.
Well, yeah, but I was saying more modern times is during before World War II. So around when Pearl Harbor was, just because of the Great Depression.
The Pearl Harbor was because one that wasn't a state. It was not even a staging area. It was a repair bay. So they didn't expect somebody to attack a repair bay. That's why it was like.
But it's one of our biggest repair bays.
Well, I mean, Pearl Harbor had all of our main ships, though. Like, at the time, Pearl Harbor harbored literally all of our aircraft carriers.
Yeah, because like, where Pearl Harbor was, it was across the entire war, so it was, like, safe from Germany's hands. Because they'd have to cross an entire ocean.
Which they did.
2 continents.
Which they did.
The Germans never came to Hawaii. It was only Japan.
That's because Japan was the closest to us. Germany was literally on the opposite side of the world of Japan, basically.
Yeah. Like, the
literally, Germany and Italy let Japan fight their own war. That's it. Because, I mean, America split on 2 different fronts, but we focused more so, I think, on the Pacific side.
That's
still, I think, is the dumbest thing ever. Is Pearl Harbor, because Germany really wanted to win that war. Which, again, Germany did not know about Pearl Harbor until after, and they're like, why you?
You were just like, why the fuck did you
would
do
this?
We had a plan.
At the same time, though, I don't even think Germany had that strong of a navy at the time.
They didn't.
No.
The only thing they had going for them was a U-boat.
What they would have?
No, they had U-boats. They also had the Bismarck, and that Bismarck was.
But they didn't really have battleships. They required mostly on stealth missions on U-boats.
Well, yeah, I know, but they had a few battleships. Like, literally, Germany had the strongest battleship in the war that Britain sank. But
that's the thing, Britain sank it.
What?
That's the thing, Britain did sink it.
I know, but the Bismarck was.
Wasn't it like the biggest?
It was the strongest and biggest battleship in the world.
Yeah.
And that thing on paper was like literally, I think, like 20,000 less tons than the actual weight of the ship itself.
Yeah. Like, they literally just, like, on paper, they're like, let's make it look like a skinny little bitch. And then when it comes out, it's a big chug.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
But
I think
that's just, like, the World War II made, like, the defining moment that stated that the U.S. had the best military because they fought on 2 different fronts. They won.
It also stated that the U.S. had the best navy.
Yeah. Not just, like, they had the best navy. They fought on 2 fronts against multiple different countries and won. And they deployed from sea, land, and air into one front.
Can we also talk about
no other military has done that ever?
Which is, like, everyone... Because I was reading more stuff about this, and, like, everyone's like, oh, if the U.S. didn't join, Russia would have still built fast enough to stop Germany and Italy and Japan.
No.
But, yes, Russia rebuilt their military and shit like that really fast.
They probably could have beaten Germany and Italy, but they could not have beaten Japan. I don't think they could have because
they could. Yeah, no, they could.
Here's the thing.
Because I don't even think Russia had a fucking like near a strong enough navy as compared to us, or
because they don't really have. They're not really.
Exactly.
Water.
Russia never had much of a navy. They didn't even have much of. This was their force. They had just troops. They didn't have. They had less than half the amount of guns per troop, and they just built shit tanks. Literally, they built I think like 50 to 75,000 tanks that would take one shell and they were done. Like they were like, if it broke down, they just bought another tank. Yeah. They never repaired a tank. Which is why they were. The T-34 was called a drifter because that shit. It was fast, and it was maneuverable, but it was so shit. If it was left in the open or it got stuck, you left. You didn't stay and fought. You left. You were like, I'm out.
But like,
I'm done.
See, what I think would have happened if Japan didn't do that to the U.S. and the U.S. stayed neutral. Germany, Japan, and Italy would definitely still have beaten everyone. I really do think that. And then they would have gone over to Britain, taken Britain, and then all of Britain's colonies become their colonies.
Actually,
So-
funny enough, the U.S. even before Japan, the U.S. was already contemplating joining.
Well, yeah,
I
they
know,
were
but-
contemplating that for a while because of Britain.
Because no, not just that. The Germans actually sunk a U.S. Civilian
Yeah.
ship full of civilians of U.S.
I
citizens.
mean, it had not
And that
only
pissed
U.S.
us off.
Well, that's because a U-boat fired a torpedo at that ship, thinking it was.
It was British, I think.
No. Well, they fired it because they believed that there was ammunition on the ship,
Yeah.
and lo and behold, there was. Found out after the war.
Yeah. But it still had civilians.
Well,
so
there was still civilians on board, and I mean, there were civilians of not only U.S. but like Canada, French, and British, I think.
Yeah, so like that, like Japan kind of just like broke it. That's when the U.S. decided to go to war with Japan, and then like since they were already in the war, the rest of the countries just asked. They're like, "Hey,
Can you help us?
can
out?
you just like slide?
Because-
Do you want to divide your forces in half and just send them to us?"
I still
Well, I mean,
think
like
that-
U.S. sent all of the military basically over to Europe, except for the guys that left in the Navy. Like,
This is how it was kind of like split off, was because the Navy, since they were already kind of stationed in Hawaii, they just they brought the Navy and the Marines to the Pacific. That's why
Yeah.
there's not a lot of Army dogs that fought in the Pacific. There was some, I think it was like 2 or 3 battalions that fought in
the Pacific.
the Pacific. But then if you go to Normandy and all that, the Normandy beach landing, that was all Army. That was the biggest amphibious assault ever.
Yeah,
Was made with the Army. It wasn't with the Marines. It wasn't with any of them. And that's like what most people bring up between Army and like the Marines. They're like, we had the biggest amphibious assault ever. Fuck you guys.
Well, I mean, that's also including the rest of the countries that participated too. But
Which
Yeah.
would have been cool, because this is why I like Hearts of Iron, if either of you played it, because all
Played
World
it.
War II.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously don't want this to happen in real life, and it was really cool to see it in Hearts of Iron, but like Germany made a plan to pretty much do a reverse D-Day on Britain, and it was called Operation Sea Lion.
Yeah.
And I was reading about it. They were fucking smart about it. Like they were ready to do this. So like,
what were
If
they planning
the
on
U-
doing?
they are gonna. I don't know what the city is, but they're gonna go to pretty much the lower like right.
Oh, I
bottom
know
of
it.
Britain.
There's like
And kind of get there because there's a port there that they could take over in town, and slowly march left and take the bottom of Britain and go up to London, and then to Liverpool, and then hopefully by then they would
Already
like
captured.
capitulate.
Yeah.
the I know exactly what you're talking about. So there at the bottom right of London, there's kind of like an inlet,
Yes.
and it's literally just it's beaches and one big fucking port. And if they assaulted that part, they basically have an enclosed like area of an attack. Where Normandy's a giant stretch of fucking beach.
Yeah.
If they invaded that, they could basically just send in whatever they want. This little inlet that's like
And
50 miles.
It was one of Britain's biggest ports there, so a lot of their ships would go there to restock, repair, and like all that shit. And like, I still fully believe that Germany could win World War II.
Funny enough, actually,
Japan didn't, because I still think even if the U.S. wanted to join it, like let's say the U.S. randomly joined it after the war to stop them, I still think it would matter, because then they would technically then own Canada.
yeah.
Then I think they honestly would just move all their troops to Canada. Mexico would probably then join them, because the only reason Mexico didn't join is because they were caught, and obviously they're like, no, the U.S. is right above us, and now they know that you sent us this, so no, thank you.
Yeah, they're just kind of.
But Mexico, I think, if they did the whole double-sided war thing to the U.S., I do not think we would have won.
Yeah,
Probably
Germany,
not.
because Mexico, Germany, Japan, Italy,
I mean, the thing is,
all of Africa.
I mean, the
pretty
thing
much.
is, though, is that if anybody did try to invade the U.S., do you know how many different fucking, like...
terrains you have to
Yeah,
go through.
terrains you have to go through.
It's fucking difficult as shit.
Yeah, swamplands, fucking plains.
You got the
deserts.
deserts, yeah,
Like you're
Yeah,
literally
forests.
going into so many different areas. You have to you have to train them for these areas. You can't just them in and then be like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Plus, like, funny enough, the U.S. right before they dropped the atomic bombs, they had a 200 ship fleet ready to invade Japan.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right after Iwo Jima. Like, they were ready. Like, they had
thousands
of
the
men.
only reason that they decided not to do that is because they thought the cost of
Civilians.
civilian life and army life would just be way beyond repair.
Like, they were ready. Like, they were pushing to, like, the southern tip of Japan. Like, they were like, we're gonna
it was right after Okinawa.
Yeah,
it was right after they took over that. They had like enough everything to basically do a D-Day in Japan.
Yeah, like, they were ready, and then they were like...
Well, it's just the cost of, like, just military...
The cost of Okinawa and Iwo Jima was kind of like, okay, these guys are fucking tough.
Yeah, on top of that, but there's also the cost of, obviously, our military personnel, and then, obviously, Japan's military personnel, with them being as desperate as they were, with kamikazes and all that.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, civilian life, and I'm sure civilians would have taken up arms anyways.
Yeah.
Which is a bitch move, but an effective move in war.
The thing is, I think... Yeah.
It's like, the funny enough is like in the beginning of the war.
It's just the U.S. was selfish about it. You just didn't want to cost the military personnel on their part. They didn't really care about Japan's part at that point. It was just their part. They didn't want to cost. They predicted, like, I'm pretty sure I read, like, they predicted that on, like, landing day they would have lost about 1 million personnel.
Yeah.
It's fun facts. All those, like, little islands that Japan owned, obviously they put units on those islands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what island. I wish I knew. But, like, 40 years after the war, they went to this one island, and they saw this one dude that was there in a full, like, Japan armor outfit. Like, old dude with a gun. And
he didn't even know
about
the war.
And then they stopped him, and they're like, dude, it's been 40 years. The war's over. You guys lost. And he's like, what?
He's like, I shot you for nothing?
He's like, wait, I've been here for 40 years? And the war's been over for about 40 years? Y'all nuked my home twice?
You're just like, y'all dropped some bombs on those cities? You motherfucker, that was where my apartment was. I better be reimbursed.
Like, y'all better reimburse me for that, because I had a lot of shit there that I liked.
Yeah.
You bitch.
I better get a new dog. I want a new car. I want everything new. And maybe 40 years of my life back. I've been on this fucking island for a long time. It's only dudes here. It's fucking boring.
He was the last one. All of them pretty much died. His unit all died. So he was like the last guy for literally like...
You think I've been staring at this skeleton for 40 fucking years. It's gross.
They're like,
oops.
Honestly,
oops, my bad.
One thing I never understood is why they never dropped a bomb on Tokyo.
Tokyo wasn't as big of a place as it was back then. Tokyo's a bigger place now than it was.
Well, yeah, I know that, but...
just because Hiroshima also had a lot of...
I'm assuming military shit.
Hiroshima is one of their biggest military cities.
Well,
it
was Hiroshima and what was it? Fucking
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, that's right. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that a lot of people name their kids after those in Japan. I'm like,
what?
That seems like such a tragedy to name your kids after two places that got blown up.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, you know what? Your name's Hiroshima.
What?
Because you blew up your mom's pussy.
I will say though, and this is not just me being like an anime fan. I genuinely think like Japanese names are fucking dope.
You know what's funny? You can name your kid Slut in Japan.
Yeah.
Do you know the only place that's illegal to name your kid Hitler is in Germany? You can name your kid Hitler anywhere in the world but Germany.
Okay, but we would do that.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying.
What if you like put?
It's an unspoken rule. We don't do that.
What if you first letter of the first name?
But it's illegal in Germany.
First letter of the first name H, middle name IL, last name TER, and then you're just like Hitler. You're just like fuck.
Just goes to art school.
Hitler.
You're allowed in. You're allowed in.
You're just like he like grows that mustache too. They're just like.
He's like, can I become an art student?
No.
No.
What do you? Yes, you actually can.
They just read his initials. Fuck. You're good. Come on in.
Don't worry. You can do.
They also call security. They're like,
we
got a fucking problem.
We got a problem.
Actually, no. Some guy like 50 years like later, who lived in Argentina, who was German, said that he was actually Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
because that's a big
but
thing.
Hitler wouldn't be dumb enough to just.
I'd be like, check his testicles. If he's got one, then it's the real one.
Okay.
If he's got two, he's lying.
Because that's a big thing. It's a big like theory that he faked his death and went to Argentina.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of German officers did.
Yeah, because
That's what they went to
Argentina was such a like
shit country.
a shit country, but like a country they could go and like be
Hide.
okay in because no one checks South America. Let's be real.
Yeah, you could literally hide in South America for 1,000 years before they found you.
Besides Argentina and Brazil, can you name any other South American
Portugal.
countries?
Chile.
Damn it.
Yeah, Chile.
Chile's
Wait,
a
no,
go-on.
Portugal is in. Sorry, it's by Spain. I was gonna say Chile too.
Portugal's literally connected to Spain.
Only reason I know of Chile is because of the fucking earthquake that happened like how many years ago.
Oh, that's
but
true.
That's the only reason I remember that place. to
Here's
be
the thing:
honest.
most of the countries in South America, you can't pronounce them.
Yeah.
Except for Brazil, Chile, and Argentina.
Yeah.
The other ones, like,
the rest of them are so small and so Spanish wordied.
let's
don't
go
know how
look
to
at
say it.
South America. Let's see if we can.
I had to
say
do
these
like a
names.
project on them, and I literally just was like, "Fuck it." I was like Brazil, Chile, Argentina, done.
Yeah.
Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Chile,
Colombia. Yeah.
Bolivia,
Bolivia.
Ven-
Oh yeah.
Venezuela,
I've been to-
Ecuador, Uruguay, Paraguay,
It's Uruguay.
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 Not Uruguay.
Uruguay.
What is wrong with you?
Fuck you, Connor.
South America's pretty irrelevant for the most part, though.
Nothing helped. When that Brazil fire happened, it became relevant,
It
and after
became-
that, nothing.
Nothing.
No, funny enough, police in Brazil, if people escape to the swamps, they ride water buffalo to chase after you.
That's dope.
That's fucking scary.
Just
If I'm
imagine
in-
you're swimming away and just see water buffalo.
You just see a water buffalo, and then you see a cop just speaking Spanish. He's just shooting his gun. He's like, "Get the fuck over here!"
Man, start doing butterfly to get away faster.
Yeah. Man's like, he turns into Michael Phelps of the swamp.
Like
those alligators.
man-
Nah, fuck you. I'm almost scared of that.
Dude.
They just turn around and see the water bison.
He grabs the alligator. He's like, "You better swim." He like turns the alligator. Look what's coming. The alligator's like, "Fuck."
The alligator's like, alright, I got you.
Yeah, he's like swims away. It's just like, "Rrr." Man, I would be that alligator.
I just turn around and see a guy
I
with a
just
gun
see
and a water
like a
bison.
whole ass water cow coming towards me. I'm like, no.
It's
Bro.
still weird to me that hippos are more likely to kill you than alligators are, and crocodiles.
Bro,
What are?
hippos are
Hippos are more
so-
likely
Oh, really?
to kill you than alligators
hippos.
and crocodiles.
Hippos kill more humans than lions and alligators.
Just because they're territorial. They're not even like, they don't do it for like meat or like
They
your
are
flesh or anything.
extremely territorial.
They're just territorial.
Like if you step on their territory, they're like,
They come
"The
at
fuck you doing?"
They're fast as fuck.
They're 30 miles an hour, like 35, something
They
like that.
can run fast. They can swim fast. Well, they're not actually swimming. They walk across the bottom of the water. Which makes sense.
No, they kind of just
They
float.
they float, but if they want to move fast, they go to the bottom and walk.
Yeah.
If you watch them, because I was watching
Because they're
this.
so fat, they're just kind of like,
just kind of sink.
yeah, they're just kind of just like,
Oh.
like they're using all their muscles to stay afloat, and then they're just like, I gotta go. I just
Yep.
sink to the bottom.
Was it? I was watching this YouTube video that these people make like robot versions of the animals and they put them in the area. So a dude made it like a fake hippo and put a camera in it, and it followed the hippos through the territory, and it was so fucking cool to watch because like it just showed them how they interact with each other, what they do, how they walk on the water, how they eat, how they're territorial. It was really fucking cool.
Honestly, I feel like if you're just gonna kind of go to Africa and just like watch like lions and all that shit, like just in their natural habitat, that's just like the most surreal thing in the world.
See, I want to be a zookeeper so bad. I love fucking animals.
But you can't make
Not fucking
bank.
animals, but
Why
I
not
love
be a
animals.
biologist? Not a biologist.
Not
Like an
biologist.
animal biologist. I think that's what they are.
Because you gotta go to medical. Well, not medical school. You have to go and get a doctorate for that.
Ugh.
And like, yeah, the only way you can actually make money in zoology is
Research.
or being a vet.
Documentaries. Yeah.
But I'm not trying to be a doctor.
I'm not trying to be a vet.
Yeah, no.
You know how much drugs you have to memorize?
Because
Oh
if you
my
give the
God.
wrong drug to the wrong animal,
That bitch dead.
fucked.
Yeah.
Especially if you work at a zoo. Like, I would love, like, if I could go work at Brookfield, I would make some decent money.
Yeah.
Because Brookfield's literally like the sixth best zoo in the U.S.
Is it really? Oh wow.
It's the sixth biggest in the U.S.
I didn't even
So I had
know
to do a
that.
research paper. It's a big zoo. We're
Well,
lucky.
no,
to have-
I know it's a big zoo, but like I
we're
didn't
lucky.
even know that.
We're
Like
lucky.
we
to
could
have-
make a whole day, like from 8 to 9, like 8 to 5,
Yeah.
like that's why. Yeah,
Like a
we're very
whole-
lucky to have Brookfield.
like a whole full-time job, 9 to 5.
yeah.
I went to Arizona, and I went to the.
Arizona zoos are kind of like fucked because don't they have like colder animals down there too? And it's just like, bro.
Yeah,
the polar bear we have at Brookfield, he's kind of sitting there. He's like,
pretty much.
he's like, God damn, this bitch is hot.
Well, I mean,
Arizona,
bro, that bitch loves the winter here, though.
Oh yeah, he's just like.
All the other bears have to like relax in their little warm areas. Polar bear, thank fucking God.
Yeah.
He's like, finally I could be outside.
But
fucking
because,
balls are steaming, dude.
Arizona Zoo was not that good. It was alright. Brookfield's huge. If you want to be technical, the biggest zoo in the world is in Ohio.
In the world or in the U.S.?
In the world.
Oh, really?
Ohio. Isn't that like a Japanese?
But
Yeah, it's good morning in Japanese.
Then people, when they see the state of Ohio, Ohio. No, I made a dad joke at work.
Did I say it was the 6th biggest zoo in the world,
Yeah.
Brookfield?
Yeah.
Because it is. San Diego Zoo is the biggest in the world.
How big is it? That's what she said.
Or in the U.S. In the world, the biggest zoo, my phone wants to load, is called the Wilds. I knew that. The Wilds is in Ohio. It is.
Oh, wow.
It's a zoo technically, but it's more of there's a giant fence around the entire place, and you take a vehicle and drive around it.
Oh, it's like a
So it's
forest
kind of
preserve.
it's a forest preserve. It's literally like if you were to drive go to Africa and drive around Africa, it'd be kind of like the same feeling because you can just drive around and see all the animals living how they do. But technically, the biggest zoo in the world is in.
Eating ants.
It's so disrespectful.
I wonder if it picked it up.
And it probably did.
It's just quiet. All you hear is Itakimasu. I'm eating your ants. Every fat Japanese guy when he's about to eat out a girl's butt. Itakimasu.
I don't know if that's racist or not.
It
That's
is.
definitely racist.
It is. Itakimasu. Motherfucker. Ching chong ching. Bing bong bing.
Oh my god.
I'm being racist. Hey, I'm racist to all colors. Alright. I got a buddy. His name's Chucho Meko Odega, and he taught me the click and clacks of Africa. Okay? I got a Mexican friend. He taught me all the bad. Yeah. You and Ray. Ray's full-fledged Mexican.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
this-
like 25% Mexican.
No, I wouldn't even count him Mexican anymore. This fucker's white. In the wintertime, he goes from, like, the seal from SpongeBob tan to fucking pale as shit. Like, he could blend in with whites. And he goes to Starbucks every day for work, and I'm just like, fucking white bitch. But in the summertime, he's as tan as the seal from SpongeBob.
Okay, so I looked more up about the Wild. If you were to take a tour of the entire place in the Jeep, it would take about 3 hours.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
What if you walked it?
I don't think you can. I think you have to be in a Jeep.
You'd be dead.
Like, literally, there are no cages. It's open. Like, there's a giant fence around the place.
Oh, I thought he was
No,
like,
it's
yeah.
not.
There's no like gates or anything. They just.
I mean,
walk
also
around.
it's in
We just
Ohio.
make sure they just stay here.
I mean, it's also Ohio, so, like, does anyone live in Ohio?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
Less people live in, like, fucking...
No, Ohio's one of our least populated
Nevada.
states.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
North fucking Dakota has like no people.
You know why?
Rhode Island has, like, no people.
You know why Ohio has no people?
No
people.
people.
No people.
No people. It's cause fucking Cleveland, bro. Cleveland Cavs are the only reason that place got popular. And then LeBron left, and now they're not popular anymore.
That's true.
So everyone in Cleveland,
Browns.
they suck.
They do suck.
Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be good, but then
Baker Mayfield. Good
I don't blame him.
I blame the coaching.
I blame the coaching. Freddie Kitchens is a terrible coach. I was excited for him.
I don't remember what his name was, but they should have kept the black one.
No. Oh, Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
No.
He was
I-
good.
I don't know. Hugh Jackman, he drafted 14 different quarterbacks. In the span of like 8 years. Well, not drafted, but had 14 different quarterbacks.
He's trying to find the Baker Mayfield of them all.
Which I will admit, he did do good with Baker. and trained him well. But he just... Honestly, they should have kept him as a quarterback coach or an offensive coordinator and gotten a good head coach. There are so many good head coaches that are just not on teams yet.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, right now, Jack Del Rio should be on a team, or at least a coordinator for a team. Because, like, if you think about it, sorry, this is a Raiders thing. Raiders fan here. Jack Del Rio was the coach of the Raiders when he drafted Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper, Derek Carr, and signed some others.
Jesse's like,
I don't know sports.
fucking sports.
He's like, sport ball. Ugh.
Sport ball.
Sport ball.
He's over there like, sport ball.
I saw, there's a picture outside
So?
in the hallway of Jesse. This man's was looking like a walking skeleton.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Him?
Yep.
I'm pretty fat now, though.
I mean,
For now.
for now.
For a while.
He's got you to get
But
you
yeah,
to go.
so,
to the
and then he
gym.
brought all of them to the playoffs, and Derek Carr got injured, and that was probably the one year they could have won the finals. Anyway, but that's the point. Well, that is the point. On to a new point.
Fucking football fascists. Blake's looking at me like he's gonna kill me.
Don't
Stop blowing the smoke on my dick.
that didn't go.
That it was right here. You literally just won't give me that. You literally just.
I don't know.
You blew a whole pile on my gooch.
That's the plan.
Why did I just think that? I was like, could you snort stuff off people's gooches? On context? No context? Like, is that possible?
I mean,
It should be.
Not me, please.
Every dude's got a gooch.
and I mean,
Women don't, though. I mean, they kind of do. It's like a chode gooch. There's not a lot there, but it's there.
I mean, I guess you technically could. Nice. Looking good, buddy.
Yeah, we're reaching about an hour. I think it's time to call it a podcast.
Let's make it 2.
Wait,
Yeah.
like the first 3 before. We gotta bring up porn industry. There we go. That's all I have to say.
That's all that has to be there.
It has to continue, dude. The first 4 episodes.
Twitter is the new porn industry.
There you go. Pornhub, porn industry got into this one like it's been the last 3. So
It's Twitter.
it's Twitter.
It's
It's-
Twitter now.
Depends where you are on
What's
Twitter.
the best hub? Pornhub. Pornhub best hub.
Anyways, it's time to call it a podcast. It's
Funny enough, I don't
done.
go on Pornhub.
I'm proud of you.
A lot of men are gonna be like, "How the fuck?"
I don't know. It's just
I
like,
don't do it that much, but
I'm working too much, and then I'm just like, I'm too tired.
I'm too tired.
no, I feel that.
Like, I'm kind of just like,
Whatever.
you're just, I literally did that the other day. I was like,
I'm too tired.
nah. And I just went to bed. I literally looked at it for like 3 seconds. I was like, nah. And then I fell right to sleep.
I mean, it'd be like that. I get home. Jesus. I get home at like 10, like almost 11. I'm just kind of like, I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
Did I
Fuck
make
it.
it?
No,
No.
you hit my leg.
I'm gonna call it an episode, guys. I'm.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, we're gonna continue.
I have shit I want to do.
Like taking shit.
Thank you guys for coming through with another episode of the Unprofessional Podcast. It's been, I don't know fucking what, but if you guys want,
Push it.
That's all I wanted to do.
if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, you guys can.
What was that? I've never heard you make that sound. My existence of knowing you've never heard that sound out of your mouth.
No, you know what's funny? When I play games, sometimes I go into my goofy mode. Like, I'll just be like, yo, like if I'm like falling or something.
Goofy?
Yeah, like I'll just be like falling or something. It's like, like my sister's like, shut the fuck up, Goofy. I'm just like,
Damn.
I'm just like, damn, okay. I'm just like trying to live my life and not die in Minecraft.
It'd be like that though.
Yeah.
I lost all my good shit the other day, and I wanted to cry. I was level 50 and I died because the realm
Dumbass.
glitched, and like a zombie, like I was fighting a zombie and the realm glitched out, and I disconnected. And my friend's like, "Yeah, you died," and it took, to put it into perspective, like, you know, like when you travel in Minecraft, you don't know the exact distance, but I was like 20 minutes away in real life. Like I was that far away. I was like, I ain't gonna find it.
Yeah, it's gonna despawn.
I never put a trail. I didn't do shit. I just had a map.
Even if you had a trail, by the time you got there, it would probably despawn.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, fuck.
Which, I mean, I started playing Minecraft again.
You should join the realm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sent it to us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. Because I can join from it's on computer.
I think I've made that sound before.
But,
Fill this up.
it's on computer, right?
Yeah, you can join realm. I can't wait for the new Nether update.
I know.
They're making something stronger than diamond.
Yeah, but
It's called
'cause
netherite.
You have to use gold to make it, and it's gonna be so good because gold's gonna be useful.
Yeah,
Do I get back into Minecraft? I don't
Yes,
know.
join us,
To
dude.
put
I've
it in
been playing.
perspective, you know how much I have an ender chest where I keep all of my like mining stuff.
Of course.
I have 5 full stacks of iron blocks.
Damn.
I have 4 stacks of gold blocks. I have 12 stacks of diamond blocks that I don't touch. The only diamonds I use are the ones I've collected.
Oh.
And I will rarely use diamond. I hate using diamond. I'm just like, it's my precious.
What if you do get in? We should get a server because I know.
Use the realm. It's free.
Well, is it?
I mean,
I thought you had to buy it.
I pay like $7 a month.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's free for you guys to use.
Well, I
Yeah.
meant like we should make a new one.
Once my PC is
Yes.
better.
But this is specifically so your PC's better because I follow this YouTuber who does shit.
Is it
like,
Feed the Beast?
No.
Thank God. That's too big.
Yeah, no. I Twitch is fun because you can download mod packs from there, and it's so nice. I've been doing that lately. But this dude will do like, he'll put a challenge to beat the game. So like, the newest one I watched is every time he mines something, the item drop duplicates. Every time you mine something, the next thing you destroy will duplicate that item more.
So if you mine
So if
a
you break,
diamond,
you'd get like, depending how long it takes you to find diamonds or how many like blocks you mine, it will. You could easily get a full inventory of diamonds off one diamond block, but it lags the game out because of all the shit that's dropping. So your goal is to make it and beat the Ender Dragon
Before it lags
before
the game
your
out.
game lags and crashes.
that's smart. So like,
like,
you
he does
really
more
kill one ender. You kill one.
Your
ender,
goal is to kill the Ender. Yeah, you literally just have to kill one Enderman,
one blaze, diamond,
and that's it.
done.
And you like have to pray to God that you don't, because also when mobs die, it also does it too. So you want to do this within like 3 days, because zombies and skeletons die when the sun comes out.
Oh yeah.
That's
So
true.
it drops a lot of shit.
Fuck. Yeah,
So you want to be careful. Like literally, you could mine like 2 blocks of one tree, and you will literally have enough wood for the entire game. It's fun. It's fun. I recommend it.
I feel like if we were to do like a Minecraft server or a play, like a let's play, we should do like a mod, but like after we know everything about that mod, add another mod.
That's fine.
And then another mod. If we're gonna do that, I want the one mod. If you cut one block off the tree, the whole tree goes away.
See, we have
I
to
hate
be
mining trees.
because we have to be careful because not all mods are up to date to
Yeah.
the new patch. So if we want to do that, I think that one is.
As of right now, I don't even think my Minecraft is updated to the newest version.
I need to get more RAM. I just need one thing of RAM.
Add a new graphics card.
It's a good graphics card.
It's debatable.
Shut up, Jesse.
I mean,
It's good enough for what could work on Minecraft. If I could get 4 more gigabytes of RAM, I could basically play all the games that I want to play
you can play Rome.
comfortably.
You can play Rome, so like, you have a good amount of RAM.
But I can't play with like mods and stuff.
Nah, it's
Like
true.
I'll lag.
But like, I've downloaded so many
Yeah.
fucking mods for my Minecraft.
Join the realm. Join the realm.
Maybe.
And we can make my village bigger.
Maybe.
I shall do it when I get home.
Bet. Cause like I don't know if the spawn is near the village, but it's like an abandoned village. You'll die. You can see my fucking house, and our hell realm tower. We built like a giant tower with a big ass nether portal that's like 20.
How many people are on this server?
Me, my friend Ray, his girlfriend Brittany, my friend Cass, my buddy Sta, and this some other person.
So 6.
Yeah, about 6.
So like
7, 8.
Yeah.
Plus me 9.
Okay.
That's not bad. I could re-upload my my realm for my streams. I just haven't paid for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we gotta end the stream. Everybody,
You
come
mean
fucking
podcast?
subscribe or shut up. Podcast. All right, everybody, just subscribe to Zux. Me and Blake don't have YouTube or anything yet. So just subscribe to this bud right here. Shout out to Oxygen. Love you guys for getting Jesse in. Shout out to Seven, who already had Jesse for a long time. Get the fuck out.
That's all we have. Leave.
Now, if you guys want to follow my social, so go to Twitch, twitch.tv/Zuxing. You can find me on Twitter at Zuxo, Zuxoh, or you can find me on Instagram at Zuxing without the I, Zuxng. Other than that, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your
Our
day.
Instagrams. Follow me on Instagram at Connor.Mahoney, 1NOR, for any idiots out there. 517.
Mine's just straight up Blake_Bisso. That's about it. Follow our Insta. We'll be bulling.
I just post about military shit. We out. Click the end button.
End. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.